accountability and belief. I think those two things sum up everything you need to know about being part of an organization that's trying to build a culture.
Every day you get to introduce a new football coach for your Division I football program, and especially not after a historic run.
We set the standard with accountability and belief. Those were our two terms, and now we're talking about pride and discipline and that's how we're going to elevate it. And you got to have pride in the program and in the university, and I think our guys do. I think they're very proud of the logo, of the brand that we're building here, and the type of football that we play. And then the discipline aspect of it, that's something that's going to help us get to where we need to be. And that's got to raise up around here, and I feel like our guys have really embraced that. So, those are some of the general things we talk about. We talk about alignment in our program, everybody moving in one direction. That's what tapping the rock is. Those statements and ideas have really been around here a long time, but we use words a little differently now in kind of the new coaching staff and new time we have in our program. But it's a lot about pride and discipline to get us to where we need to be, and that's what our guys are repeating, that's what our guys are believing in, and it's good to speak the same language. In terms of goals with camp, it's fundamentals and then kind of identifying what your identity is going to be as a unit, offense, defense, special teams, and then team-wide. And I think that we've really started to build that, and I'm starting to feel that kind of come together. It's a different team than 2018. So we got to be able to establish that identity now with this team, and I think we've done a good job of that. So leaving camp here in a day, I feel like we're ready to move on to the next opponent, which is exciting for our guys. It really is. I mean, I love it. I think, and maybe not a lot of people, know kind of the ins and outs of day-to-day around here, but we like to have a little swagger, and we like to take the field and be competitive and have fun, and that's my style as well, and the staff style. We like to kind of be up against it, and now that there's expectations, that's exciting. And you got to back it up on the field. You got to do those things, but at the end of the day, you want that because that means you're a winning program. That means people want to try to take you out, and that means that at the end of the day, you got to hold up your end of the bargain.
So it's kind of a neat thing, but it's also motivation. It's like there are people that going to say, when you play a game, hey, that kid's a preseason All-American. They're going to be watching.
Yeah, so, that's always cool, having that recognition under your name. But, you got to play up to the part now. So.
How about the defense? You guys have the potential to be one of the best defenses in the history of the program this year. How do you gear up for that?
Just high intensity practices every day.
Let's go!
Making sure everybody is on their assignments. I feel like our bond together on and off the field is what keeps us together as a stronghold against a lot of these offenses. Our communication on the field, everything. So we just keep that up and keep going. We're gonna be good.
This defense pretty close.
Very close.
Too close. Too close.
It's the defensive house. We live in
You guys, a lot of you live together?
Yeah.
5?
I basically live with the seniors. 6 of us.
6 live together?
Us, yeah.
Wow. Like who?
Well, I know last year some people moved out, but last year was me, Alejandro, Kayon, Jaquan, Charles, Huff. I'm in Huff. I got you. We all lived together last year. So.
Yeah. I was at the guest.
Yeah.
I was at the guest visitor.
He was always at the house.
I was the guest visitor.
But I mean, it's important for you guys. You need that bond to be successful on the field.
Of course. It helps everything. The communication side, the whole mentality of being a black hole, the aggression and the style of, we ball up to the wall, all that kind of stuff. And just be able to understand what someone else is doing, not just because that's their job, it's a person, but knowing that it's just Taji. Taji's my woo, I know what he's doing. He goes my nose, I know what he's doing. He's my 3-tech, I know exactly what he's doing. So that having that bond, I know what he's capable of, know what I'm capable of, puts more trust in it.
And it's better playing with people like real
postman. Like, I'm more happy when Deshaun and Alejandro makes a play than when I make a play. Like, I'm way more excited for that.
You know, it's not the same team. There are some different players, there's a lot of returners, but we got to go do it again now, and that's a challenge because people are going to try to challenge the black hole, and luckily our guys are up for that challenge. You know, there's some tremendous competitors on that side of the ball, some really good players, excellent coaches, so I feel very confident. You know, our front four on the D-line are all back. Most of our linebackers are back. We have to replace Chef, which is a big deal, but we have some really good players there, you know, namely Deshaun Stevens. And then in the defensive backfield, everybody knows Manny, but we're improving there every single day, and we have a lot of depth. It's just about guys taking the field and getting a lot of playing time. So, you know, I love our defense. I think they're very competitive. You know, from an offensive standpoint, it's a challenge every single day, and I love our mentality. You know, it's a very competitive, it's high energy, and our guys are very in your face and aggressive, and that's what you want.
When you start a season with 3 All-Americans on the defensive side, how reassuring is that for you, or you know, again, for the team for stability?
Yeah, it's definitely reassuring. I mean, I think anytime you feel like you have good players who are good people, it helps you sleep at night a little bit. But I look at it like a new challenge, a new competition, and I want to challenge those guys. I know they're good players, and I love those guys. But at the end of the day, I want to like re-challenge them and re-energize them. And I feel like we do a good job in this program doing that. So it definitely makes you feel better to have good players, but I want to challenge them, make it hard. That's going to be a challenge. Our schedule is very, very difficult. We play a very challenging conference schedule, but our guys love football. I think we have a great staff here. And at the end of the day, we're competitors, and that's what we want to do. We're building this thing to be a major Division I college program. That takes time, but we're right on the cusp of that. And so to repeat success around here, it's going to take the entire organization to come together and do it. And that's exciting because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're here to graduate. We're here to become great young men, and we're here to win some football games. And you know, we're excited to get this thing going here in a couple weeks.
You support your Black Bears at the game. Why not support them everywhere you go? The exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings. The Black Bear debit card is free to you and supports the Alfond Fund each time you use your card for a purchase. Just open a Red Wallet account at Maine Savings. Stop into our College Avenue branch or any of our other convenient branches. Show your pride. Make a difference. The exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings. Learn more at mainsavings.com.
Here at T-Spot, the revolution and Patriots are more than a team. They're the foundation of our family tree. Some call it Yankee Land, others call it New England. We call it home. It's not for everybody, but for the ones willing to create a way through, there's a reward. You can't show it off. It's not a trophy. It's a feeling. It's a sense of belonging. It's who we are.
We've been doing business with Hammond Lumber for about 15 years. The most important thing Hammond Lumber gives us is customer service. We have a lot of jobs going, typically 4 to 6 at one time, and we need truck deliveries on each of those once a day. So we expect multiple trucks, which Hammond Lumber delivers on a regular basis for us. The things that are important to me are being able to trust my sales rep, trust the pricing, trust the delivery, and overall trust the service that Hammond Lumber provides us.
That's tough, but we always take care of each other. At the end of the day, this is us. It ain't like white, blue, this is us. This is us right here, we always do that. Is everybody good with that? Yes, sir. All right, hey, I thought we were working today. I was proud of that. There's some stuff we gotta clean up, but we were working. There's no doubt this team will compete. I know that. I know that. I want to announce the captains now. All right, when I took the job, it was one of the first things I thought about because I think it's really, really important. It's an honor to be named a captain. It's one of the greatest honors you can get in sports, and then definitely on a football team. There's a number of guys that were right there, and I love those guys, and they're going to be upset because that's how that works, but you got to rally around your teammates, and remember, it's not about you, it's about everybody, and that's tough. But I just want to address that because there was a lot of guys who could have been named captain. But there was 4 guys. There was 4 guys who were ahead of everybody else, and they were together. So I feel like 4 captains is the right thing for this team. That's this team's identity, in my opinion. And I kind of knew that in December. I thought there'd be a few captains. So the one who got the most votes, who was kind of on his own a little bit, who's come a long way, and I'm just extremely impressed with him and how much respect he has from his teammates. Is Keon Whitaker. He's one of the best players in the league, and I absolutely love him. He's going to keep doing his thing. Is Deshaun Stevens.
Yeah, six.
Jaquan Blair. Chris Ferguson.
Hey, man. Honestly, bro, I'm blessed you guys picked me. I'm excited for this season, bro. I think we all know what's going on here. I think we know we're building here, that culture, man, and, we're going to go a long way. And I think, one thing that rang true with Scoop yesterday was that he said that, everybody can be a leader. Everybody can set an example. Everybody can be that guy, so don't forget that. Just because us four guys are going to represent this team, don't forget that, all right? Everybody can be a leader. Everybody can set that example, all right? I love you guys, so do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to take the next step. And, I think he's done some things really, really well. He is, the leader of the offense, named a captain as a junior, which is really, really a great achievement for him. I think it's about taking that next step in terms of his progressions, trusting the protections, and then taking everything he's learned and all these experiences and applying them to the game now. That's what makes you an elite quarterback, and somebody that can take the reps that he takes off the field and in practice and applies them to the game. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in Chris as a leader, as a quarterback. He's everything you want for a Q, so I feel good about him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a talented group from top to bottom. We have a lot of guys that do different things in that room. Ferg being the leader, and a lot of young guys learning from him, completing a high percentage of passes, cutting down on our missed assignments, and moving the ball down the field and being efficient. And that's what those guys have exhibited here in the first couple weeks camp.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to have a quarterback whenever you take a job like this, and then we've had some success at the skill positions. Feel very confident about wideouts with Ernest and Quan and Andre and Devin and those guys. Tight end, Sean Ori, Kevin Flackey, Daniel Reimer, some of those guys, they've been stepping up into those roles to replace Drew and Julian. But up front, feel very confident about that. We have more depth than we've ever had, and really feel like we're on the cusp of being a very, very good unit up front, which is exciting because I think we've come a long way in that regard across the board. And, we got a great player in Liam Dobson out there that everybody knows, but there's some other guys in there that are going to be really, really good for us, and I'm excited about them.
I think the biggest thing as a team this year, it's going to be maintaining everything, and not because last year nobody really expected us to do much, and we were the underdog in almost every game we played, so you don't have a lot to worry about when you're playing, you're just playing. Now people want to try to beat us and knock us down, so just kind of maintaining that stuff. And what our slogan is now this year is elevate the standard, and that's what it's going to take to do that.
This program has had varying levels of success, and it's how do you keep it at a consistent level? How do you raise that standard? How do you elevate it and make it a championship level program? And that's hard. It's going to be a lot of work, and it's harder to maintain that level rather than just get there once. And I think that's why we're doing things a little bit differently. That's why the conversations with our players are more directed to that higher expectation. And people ask, how do you feel about the expectations? That's good. You want to have a winning program where there are expectations, and it's a hard journey to get there, but it's very, very rewarding, and it's a lot of fun when you win. So we're looking forward to it.
Here at T-Spark, a revolution, and Patriots are more than a team. They're the foundation of our family tree. Some call it Yankee Land, others call it New England. We call it home. It's not for everybody, but for the ones willing to create a way through, there's a reward. You can't show it off. It's not a trophy. It's a feeling. It's a sense of belonging. It's who we are and what we stand for. We are Fisher Nation.
We've been doing business with Hammond Lumber for about 15 years. The most important thing Hammond Lumber gives us is customer service. We have a lot of jobs going, typically 4 to 6 at one time, and we need truck deliveries on each of those once a day. So we expect multiple trucks which Hammond Lumber delivers on a regular basis for us. The things that are important to me are being able to trust my sales rep, trust the pricing, trust the delivery, and overall trust the service that Hammond Lumber provides us.
This cinnamon sugar pumpkin latte looks amazing.
Yeah, with this caramel drizzle, it's so good.
Yeah, I wish I were this creative.
Oh, I'm not that creative.
Thanks. Oh, wow. Did you just carve this?
I did, yeah.
That is so cool. Did you make one for me? Oh.
It got busy.
Treat yourself to a new cinnamon sugar pumpkin signature latte. It's all things pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
You support your Black Bears at the game. Why not support them everywhere you go? The exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings. The Black Bear debit card is free to you and supports the Alfond Fund each time you use your card for a purchase. Just open a Red Wallet account at Maine Savings. Stop into our College Avenue branch or any of our other convenient branches. Show your pride. Make a difference. The exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings. Learn more at mainsavings.com.
I mean, this is year 3 of our combined golf tournament here at Belgrade Lakes, and year 3 of absolutely perfect weather, which makes an event a lot easier to run when you're blessed with good weather in the morning. We continue to grow this tournament each and every year. The tournament was filled this year by early summer with no room to add teams, which is a good problem to have. We had record sponsorships this year. You know, when it's all said and done, we're looking at another 6-figure event to directly support Maine athletics and our student athletes. So couldn't ask for a better day and turnout here at Belgrade.
Well, you know, we actually do raise quite a bit of money through this event, and it's through the individual foursomes purchase, but also through our sponsors. You know, we're going to turn well over $100,000 out of this event, and it goes right into allowing our athletes to have the best possible experience at UMaine.
Every single dollar that's raised goes towards our sports teams, our sports medicine program, strength and conditioning, academic affairs, all the things that we do on a daily basis to support our student athletes. You know, we've had generous support of the Harold Alfond Foundation when we created the Alfond Fund to the tune of $1.5 million over 3 years. That matches dollar for dollar the money we raise for our sports programs on an annual fund basis. So those dollars go directly back to the teams and the programs to support the student athletes and do everything we need to do to be able to run a Division I athletic program.
It's such an important day for all of us, and the people who've come out for this event mean everything to Black Bear Athletics. There are sponsors, there are donors, there are friends, there are alumni, but there are people who are passionate about the University of Maine, and they're passionate about our athletic program. It's fun to see everybody out here today. It's a gorgeous day, it's a beautiful facility, people having fun, enjoying each other's company, and really that's what it's supposed to be about.
We couldn't run this athletic department without the support of all of you. You know, this means a great deal in terms of the quality of experience that we can provide for our students. And, you know, it's great. We come out here and we have some fun and we have some laughs and renew some acquaintances. And that's the special part of it.
Last year at about this time, I came and joined you. I knew about 3 people, and am just thrilled to be able to be back with you after my first year as president, to thank you for the incredible support, the incredible consistent interest in the University of Maine in athletics and in all that we do. Folks have been asking me about how the first year went. And I said, what has made this first year so particularly special is the incredible network of alums, of supporters, of people with great interest in the university and their willingness to really come together and to help us out.
Well, you know, it's a special day, to be honest with you, personally and professionally. I mean, UMaine graduate, was lucky enough to play a sport there at Maine, and to see us get to a level where we have all these different athletes and supporters coming back from different generations, different teams. It's just really neat to see everybody together for one common purpose, which is Maine athletics. Now, they all have their friends and they're fans of certain teams and certain groups, but end of the day, we're all Black Bears. We wear blue and we bleed blue. So it's days like today that are very rewarding for you working in the athletic department and being a proud graduate of the University of Maine.
Well, I'll tell you, this is my first one, and it's a bit overwhelming when you see all the cars pull up and you see everybody get out, and and the familiarity everybody has with each other, I think, is really stunning. I don't think you necessarily see that at other events at other schools. And you know, there's a lot of friendships that are rekindled here, and that makes it a lot of fun. And it really shows that there's a family atmosphere surrounding this athletic department.
We've had our apparel partnership with New Balance for several years now, but about 2 or 3 years ago, I got together with Ray and Kate here in Maine with New Balance and talked about ways we could partner on a community service project. We both do a lot in the community. New Balance is really well known for their community service, and we do a ton with our University of Maine Athletic Department. We thought there was a unique opportunity to join forces, and that's how today kind of came together, and we look forward to doing more of this in the future. You know, coming here in Western Maine, we take our role as Maine's only Division I athletic program very seriously. We truly believe we're all a Maine's team, and it's days like today that just affirms that for not only us and our student athletes, but also the communities. You know, we're here, we're visible, we're helping to mentor these kids, teach them a little bit about sports, nutrition, exercise, and you know, they're playing the Stein song, that we're clapping for the kids coming off the bus. I mean, it's just a day when you feel like you have one of the coolest jobs on earth, you know, being over here in Madison and helping out the community a little bit.
Oh my goodness, so this is a dream come true. So we've partnered with UMaine some years ago, and about 3 years ago, Seth Woodcock and myself was really looking at, we have a lot of the same passions as New Balance as a company and UMaine as a team, and who they stand for in the communities. We're all about wellness, we're all about communities, we just don't make shoes and play sports. And we always had this dream. We thought, you know, 3 years ago, wouldn't it be great if we had some of our athletes coming down with our associates at the factories making shoes and partner about what we stand for in the communities and work together out in that community. And today it's happening, and it's been a 3-year, I'd say about 3 years, it coming to fruition, and it's a pretty exciting day.
Well, I think being from Maine and giving back to the Maine community is a big thing, especially for the kids, because I know when I was younger, I used to always look up to, like, not only just like NFL players and college athletes, but even just the high school students, like seeing them work hard and going on to do great things afterwards really inspired me to, you know, want to achieve more.
I remember going to camps when I was little and like seeing the college athletes, or even like when I was little, like high school athletes, and you just look up to them and you want to, and like now being in that role, like you just want to give them all the advice you can and like be the best role model you can for them. I think it's more fun for us because it's, I like when they all ran in for lunch, like just to see them, they were so happy to be here with us, and they're really cute and it's fun to be around them.
I think the kids really look up to the athletes. Particularly the women's basketball team. They have a lot of followers in there, so I mean, everything else, I mean, New Balance does a great job of just getting out there and getting involved in the community. It's not just being a part of the community, we are a part of the community. I mean, all of us live and work right in the area for the most part, and you know, it's our kids or our neighbors' kids that are in school that we're going to help and volunteer for, and I think the kids just really enjoy it. They can use a break just like the adults can.
When I was growing up, you know, kids played pickup games of football and stuff, you know, and now with electronics and everything, you don't see it as much. That's why it's a struggle to, you know, keep kids active and stuff, and the influence of the UMaine players being here, you know what I mean? It gives them goals to shoot for.
Today's been a great day. You know, working with New Balance has been so great to us at the University of Maine to come together and work with the youth of, you know, the area here, and you know, being able to talk with them and the kids and eat lunch and spend time with them, and now kind of doing stations of different sports with a lot of our student athletes. It's been a lot of fun.
You know, our partnership with New Balance is a unique one in college athletics. It's not just a name on the jersey with the black bear and the New Balance logo. We share a lot of similar values, and I know Jim Davis, when he founded the company, has done a lot of amazing things with his philanthropy and community service, most of it very quietly. That's very similar to the way we work here at the University of Maine, our athletic department. Our kids do thousands and thousands of hours of community service that we aren't going and trying to publicize. It's just what they do. In fact, some of our teams have done it without their coaches asking them. They just go out in the community and they've done stuff that the coaches don't even know they're doing, which is really fantastic. But I think that partnership's especially unique when you consider New Balance has multiple factories here in Maine, which we've visited with our coaches and our staff, and we have their employees here today. So they're making New Balance shoes in the state of Maine, and we're wearing the New Balance logo with our athletic gear. It really is a unique partnership, and it's one we're very proud to be part of.
Growing up on a dairy farm in Herman and now raising my children on a dairy farm in Canton, we've never had the money to do everything we wanted. But the one thing we've never had to worry about was having enough food on our table, especially milk. That is why it pains me to see that 1 in 5 children in Maine struggle with hunger. Milk and its 9 essential nutrients are so important to a child's development, and so many children are having to go without. Milk is the most requested nutritious food at food pantries, but it is the least donated. That is why I hope you'll join me in a 10-gallon challenge. Purchase 10 gallons of milk, or even just one if that's all you can afford, and donate it to your local food pantry. If your local food pantry does not have refrigeration for milk, donate to the Great American Milk Drive at milklife.com/give/donate. And every Maine child deserves to have Maine milk. Sincerely, Sarah Keene, Mom and Dairy Farmer.